let's get a podcast going. You guys ready?
Yes.
I'm sleepy. You're sleepy. You're sleepy.
I'm never sleepy.
I'm never sleepy either. I changed my mind. But that's what we need. We need to be here for our audience. We need to get them to bed.
Let's put them to bed. Let's do it.
Let's do it. My story, many people know this story.
Okay. All right.
Many people know the story. Everyone in our hall knows it. We're currently in college, so everyone in my hall knows the story, and most of them were involved because they were there for the aftermath.
They were involved with it.
So this is a very recent court. This is very recent. This was maybe my freshman, sophomore year of college.
Okay, which would be
1 or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Freshman, sophomore year. But so we're in our dining hall at Cedarville. I go to Cedarville University. It's called Chuck's, so we call it Chuck's. So I'm in the dining hall, and there's a habanero line where you can get stuff to make burritos. Most people know.
Yeah.
Most people listening will probably know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
But it's a place, stereotypical dining hall. I went to go get some burrito stuff. And I decided I was going to make a case No, I totally lied. I was in the sub line. I'm in the sub line. I'm making a sub. I take that back. I'm making a sub. I get stuff.
It was
to
so
make a
embarrassing
sub.
you forgot.
Yeah, it's so embarrassing that I forgot.
Okay.
The food is irrelevant in this. This is why you'll realize that this has nothing to do with the story.
Okay.
So I get stuff to make a sub. Like a Subway line. And I decided I'm going to grill this sub. Okay?
Okay, so you have a grill.
So I get my little basket of stuff with sub material in it.
Yeah.
I have just a ham and cheese sub. Walk over to grill, and I grill this stuff on the sub. I'm like, man, I really want to take this to the next level. So I decided to press it. We have a little panini press.
Okay. Wow, this school has everything.
The school that you currently go to. I take my sub to the panini press, and I'm pressing it, okay? And here's where things get interesting. Things get bad. As I'm pressing the sub, I notice this girl come up to me.
Okay.
And she did not say anything. She's standing next to me, and she has her sub because she's waiting for my sub to come out of the panini press to put hers in there.
Okay, yeah.
So we're standing next to each other, and I'm just standing there, arms crossed, and I can tell that there's an awkward tension building up because she didn't say anything to me when she approached me. So she's just standing there, and it maybe a minute passed. We're just standing there. Nothing is being said. I'm just standing there hoping. I was like, okay, this thing needs to hurry up because it's
that
getting
point, you're like, do I say something or do I just keep going?
Exactly. And this is what she was thinking too, because I can see her start to side look at me, to the left, she's just kind of looking at me.
The little glance.
And I can see that she's mustering up courage to say something to me. And this girl's very short. I can already tell using mannerisms and just our environment that it's awkward.
Okay.
It's awkward for her. So she looks over at me and she says, well, she didn't say anything yet, but she keeps giving me this look. And I was like, okay, something's going to have to be said here soon. And I'm getting a little uncomfortable too, because she just keeps looking at me. So I can see her kind of wiggle around a little bit. And she looks at me and I was like, okay, you need to say something at this point. I was like, it has to be said. So I'm like, okay, I'm done. I grab my sub out of the panini press, and she looks at me and she says, that looks delicious. Really quietly, she says, that looks delicious. And you will never guess what I responded with.
Oh no.
Oh no, I think I know where this is going.
I looked at her specifically, who at this point had put her sub in the panini press and had nothing in her hands. I said, thanks, you do too.
Oh no.
So I just called this girl delicious. So this girl turned purple. She turned a different shade. I mean, I'm not joking. Because I was so embarrassed.
Word.
I literally looked at her right in the eyes and said, essentially, I said, you look delicious. She's like, that sub looks delicious. She said it like that. It was one of those pitch perfect moments.
Like the girl.
Yeah, she's like, I hate my sister in the womb. But she looked at me and she's like, that sub. She's like, that looks delicious. And I was like, thanks, you do too. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, oh my gosh.
No.
I was humiliated. And it gets worse because she just looks at me and I make one of those noises. I'm like, because
No,
I didn't want to say
there's-
like you're definitely. I was like, you definitely don't look delicious.
There's no recovery.
there's no
Did
recovery.
you just walk away?
I looked at her and I go, "Yup," and I walked right away. I swear on my life, I literally looked at her and I said, "Yup," and I walked away. I go
That's
back to my
amazing.
table that I was sitting at. I just fold my hands and I'm just sitting there with like on my my head on my desk. Like I'm sitting.
You
with my
probably
head-
weren't hungry at that point.
I was humiliated because she was humiliated, and that was the best thing we could come up with to talk about was me just calling her delicious. I was like, I'm an
Yeah.
idiot.
Mm.
So that was super embarrassing.
Oh no.
That was really
my word.
embarrassing. And if for some reason this girl is out there listening to this
She might
podcast,
be.
I want to have a conversation with you with no awkwardness involved. Just be able to understand like what was going on. Like why couldn't you have said something to me to where like earlier, just like how was your day? But she just I'm in the wrong here because she
Yeah,
did
yeah,
just
yeah.
say
Wait a second.
she did just say your sub looks delicious. I think she made a good move, but I panicked and said she was delicious. And now
Yeah. So I
her
think you should
confidence is
apologize
either
to
super
her.
high or it's super low. But I would love to apologize to you.